My name is Michelle McCollier, and you are listening to the adventure story Travel Log of a Raven. This episode, I will be reading Of a Bastard Line. You can catch more of the story at the website kingdomsandcurses.com. Thank you, and enjoy the story. You may know me as you may know me as Ari, the legacy liar, but my real name is Araya. My mom is a bastard from the Gracewater family. Her sister married up, my mom married down, for the love of an innkeep, of all things. With all the privileges and opportunities given to my mom as a Gracewater bastard, she discarded her status to marry without the Gracewater family's consent. Given the right situation, she could have charmed her way into the Gracewater line of succession, or flirted herself into a marriage with a man equal to my grandfather's rank, but she didn't. Instead, she threw it all away on a man who turned his tongue into honey. I am the legitimate child of their forbidden marriage. It didn't last long. My mom left my father. Apparently, he kept to several women. I don't remember him. She was reckless. Just another idiot girl chasing love. Of course, the Gracewater family refused to take us back. They wouldn't even hide us away in somewhere in a shack at the edge of their property. My mom, well, my mom was a lady, though. She could never hide it. Ever the lady, graceful, honest, and useless. She had no work skills to earn us a shelter. She knew nothing of raising crops. She knew how to hunt because her father made her attend the Gracewater hunting parties. But she knew nothing of preparing the meat. She couldn't even pretend to be a peasant. The expressions she used and the way she pronounced words perked others' ears. She tried her hand at embroidery, but staying anywhere for too long always raised suspicions. A noble lady wandering the countryside alone without a husband or escort? Having me with her nearly confirmed their suspicions. Situations get frightening fast when others suspect loose morality. That's why I dress as a man. Blame me or hang me as you like, sirs. I mean no disrespect to my gender. As a man, I could work and need not worry about whether the virtues of my gender are at risk. As a lady, my mom could write. That earned us enough coin to get us from place to place. One day she'd be reading land rights contested between two farmers. Another day she'd be commissioned by lower houses to record the stories of their favorite troubadour. She tried to raise me as she had been raised, knowledgeable and elegant. But all rules of the civilized, and the reasons for them, seemed ridiculous when you're skirting the edges of towns trying to avoid civilization. In the forests, a young lady's soft hands will tear on the bark when you need to climb trees every evening to sleep above the wolf packs and, gnawing vermin. To not show a lady's ankles meant sweeping the meadows and ravines with hot, heavy skirts, snagging and dragging them through the briars and dust, and providing more cloth for fleas and ticks to catch hold of. To avert a lady's eyes down from any man's gaze compromised my throat to his dagger. Besides, my face has become too brown to even pretend I'm a lady. I did master my letters, earned us coins to survive the winters. I'd be a fool not to learn such a skill. She taught me to be honest, and I'd strive towards that end. With my history, being completely honest among strangers would land me in servitude or an early grave. I am more honest than most, and more just than honest. Writing dishonestly always has a way of catching up with you, and a tarnished reputation lowers my wage. I spent my childhood wandering the countrysides as I do now. We lived a hard life, but I loved it. I could not breathe anywhere else but beneath the stars. The awe of the wild beauty, and often near starvation. The way the earth opens up to the sky when the first rain touches a land in drought. The lucky jackrabbit bleeding out of a crooked branch in the sunshine. It's how I know the grapes blossom earlier in Ravine than those in Devonshire, and the House of Bonoval replace their oat crops with millet after the oats caught the ash blight. I know that every 7 years the sky cries so much that the roads sink, the mountains will melt, and bridges will wash away, but the apple trees will produce twice as much fruit the next autumn. I know that the larger ships of the merchant kingdom sail faster than our own, but their sailors' loyalty travels with the purse. I know where to find the root that the warriors of the spiritual kingdom chew to help them see the souls of their enemies. And, as any warrior knows, their blue arrows only kill assholes. I am the best man to assess the state of the warrior kingdom. I just happen to be a woman. I disclose this about myself now so that you know that I aim not to fool you, my king. Dressing as a male invokes all the excellencies naturally endowed to the quills and inks of every man, so that I may rid the faults of my lesser gender. Dressing a boy preserves my female honor, so I may not otherwise tempt virtuous men into thinking wanton thoughts. I am yours to judge, my king, but please consider the merits of my writings about your kingdom before judging me for this crime. The value of my work and this disguise are inherently joined. I could not write as I do without dressing as I do. Hey, Raven fans! Help this story fly by subscribing to my YouTube channel, sharing this on Facebook, and of course, catch more of the story at kingdomsandcurses.com.